On the foot of my throne, the interloper breaks bread with the greatest of ease. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the finest thing to hit the internet since Netscape. It's the Bankrupt Barney Show. I'm your sexy announcer, Bovon Fingerman. And now, please welcome your humble host, Bankrupt Barney.
I hate this new format. Who the fuck is that guy supposed to be?
Yeah, bro, that's our announcer.
Who says we need an announcer?
Do you want to go legit or not? We need an announcer, and Bovon works cheap.
That man is gacked out of his mind. How many grams did he snort off the toilet lid before you trotted him out?
Whoa, Nelly! Barry's feeling restless!
We love you, Bovon!
Yeah, shut the hell up, Bovon. I'm the only one around here who gets to antagonize Barry.
Oh, Jesus. Should we show him the Helldünkel video or not?
Man, I don't know. I guess we had nothing to lose.
Folks, this is an oddball culture project that we recorded a few weeks back for Happy the Knife's horror movie review channel. But we might as well run it on our channel, too. I think people should know about Helldünkel. But if you want the full story, you gotta subscribe to Happy the Knife's channel. There's a whole mythos to explore.
Well, prepare to be disappointed, Barry. None of these people know what Helldünkel is, nor do they care.
If the candy corn starts whispering again, we'll have to move all the furniture to the roof.
Well, clearly he was money well spent. And I'd hate to know how much we're paying these asswipes to sit here and clap. See, this is why we're still bankrupt.
Look, do you want to stand out or not? You know, Barry, there's this thing called the algorithm, and, well, this is how we get it.
Ah, screw it. Okay, folks, like it or not, here comes our spooky Helldünkel video. Okay, you dirty heathens, we have finally arrived at Helldünkel, the month-long period of twilight where the days and nights wear thin, like the edge of a bad dream from which you can't seem to wake.
You talking about Halloween?
No, we're not doing that. It's Helldünkel, a time when the earth hums low and steady beneath the tattered soles of your shoes. And all throughout the slummy apartment complex, neighbors bake traditional Helldünkel hats out of wheat bread and line the shelves with them. These hat breads are supposed to ward off malevolent spirits, but mostly they just sit there going stale, hard and heavy, like loaves of forgotten souls. Shit-ass children patrol the neighborhood dressed like Druids, eyes blacked out with the ashes of consecrated horsehair, their hands cupped as they beg for those sweet, honey-cured Helldünkel baitfish. That's the tradition, and the kids crave it. You gotta hand over the fish, sweet and glistening with clover honey. Watch them devour it like it's the last meal they'll ever have. It's all part of Helldünkel. Bread hats, honey fish, and fried cinnamon bologna sandwiches. And during the season of Helldünkel, you don't go.
Whoa, what? You don't go where?
I mean, you don't permit yourself to go.
You saying you're not allowed to take a dump?
No bowel activity allowed for 31 days. No release. You hold it in like you're holding in something far darker and more vile. A Helldünkel secret you can't afford to tell.
Bro, this is the worst holiday I ever heard of.
But for now, I'm gonna share a frightening Helldünkel story from a few years ago. This particular Helldünkel involves, my wife Carla. Or, not mine anymore.
Man, aren't you gonna tell him about the time you fell all the way down to hell?
That's why! They can see my guns! Well, that's not what Helldünkel is about. I'm pretty sure it's European or Mormon or something.
Yeah, but what about the time the devil's hound dog had his way with you?
Stop, doggy. No, that is a bad, bad doggy.
Or the time you were a big-titted witch. Ooh, or the time I turned you into a demon.
Yeah, shut the hell up, asswipe. That's not the story. Now, back to Helldünkel. I was still trying to figure out who I was, and worrying that Carla was romping with someone else. And by someone else, I mean Rance Hagmeyer, the guy who ran the mini-golf course over on the west side of town. Rance was a real handsome Sam. You know, the type who wears shorts year-round, even during Helldünkel, when the air blows cool and heavy, freighted with the season's collective heartaches and desiccated dreams. The light bruises all lovely and dark during Helldünkel, like those delectable boiled liver bites that we're all so fond of. Rance had that easy charm that comes from having no ambition beyond getting those huge mini-golf paychecks. No concern that he was leaving the world behind, and by extension, leaving himself behind. Then there was Fly, who showed up during that very same Helldünkel, like some kind of medieval pestilence.
Hey, that's me. Yeah, bro.
I called him Fly, because he was a goddamn fly. Little bastard had been buzzing around my apartment for weeks, landed on my face while I recorded videos no one would watch. It was like he knew how to get under my skin, whispering in that smug little voice about the overabundant size of my dumpa-dumpa, my weak-ass view counts, my dead-end life. Still fat, still bankrupt, he'd say. Still making videos no one wants to see.
Yeah, but that's not all I said, Barry. I also told you you look like Brendan Fraser from that movie about SeaWorld.
I'd been evicted twice that year. Once for falling behind on rent, once for selling unauthorized cold cuts to the ladies at the nursing home. All I knew was that Carla had been looking at me differently since the latest eviction, like I was something she'd forgotten how to love. So, yeah, I had cause to be suspicious. I came home on Helldünkel Eve, the buzz of suspicion itching worse than the pinworms that inhabited my backed-up colon. The apartment was too quiet, too still. You could hear the steady progress of rodent teeth deep within the walls. And the moon, it washed through the windows like a river of chrome, saturating everything in that pale, ghostly light. I heard them murmuring in the bedroom before I saw him. Carla, naked in the bed, and Rance beside her, his body sprawled out like he belonged there, like this was his home. The moonlight touched them both in ways I never could. Sweet Carla, the line of pimples running along her inner thigh, a delicate constellation that I could no longer chart. And then there was Rance, his manhood hanging there, lazy and idle against his leg, as if even it couldn't be bothered. They didn't even notice me standing there, framed in the doorway like a forgotten party guest who'd received his invitation by mistake.
Yeah, bro, you got clowned big time. This must have been a devastating Helldünkel for you, Barry.
I mean, it wasn't that bad, Fly. I already knew they were banging.
But Barry, if you knew about that, then what's the point of your story?
Because Rance betrayed my trust by bringing a greasy shrimp dinner into bed.
This holiday makes no fucking sense, Barry.
Helldünkel is a season of withholding, but it's also a season of revelation. Horrible, horrible revelation. Look closely. There's a subtle violence to the way that Helldünkel moonlight dances along glass surfaces. It's worse than the bread hats, the baitfish, the Druid kids. It's the slow unraveling of all the things we hold dear.
I mean, shouldn't we at least get to have some of those shitty Starlight Mints or something?
Shut up! We've already committed to Helldünkel.
I thought you said it was Helldünkel.
It's the quiet, creeping terror of knowing you've been left behind in the dark, and that you couldn't admit to yourself that you saw it coming all along.
Barry, hearing about your life makes me want to dangle my tiny balls into a miniature wood chipper.
In the long shadow of Helldünkel, it's not the ghosts you fear. It's the ones you loved turning away, discarding you from their lives, just like those goddamn Helldünkel bread hats. God, I hate those things. It's like the Pillsbury Doughboy farted in your mouth. It's worse than candy fucking corn. I regret this immediately.
My favorite part was when Barry got humped by the demon dog.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Bovon. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's the best part. You don't have to say it out loud.
Anyway, that's all we got for you now, folks. Tune in next year when we explain the Norwegian fall holiday of Grundelskarn and craft our own traditional cod pieces. And remember, no bowel movements allowed till November.